It's your favorite YouTube dealer. I appreciate you guys for stopping in. We got some AK. I'm like 10 days late on this. I apologize. I bookmarked it and I completely forgot. But my man did a Not Like Us remix. And I'm hearing that he addresses some things regarding his career, the path that he took from early on with the remixes and being on YouTube to signing the deal. And I felt like we needed to dive into this because we've done so many AK reactions over the years. And I feel like this man is incredibly talented. So let's dive into it. Let's see what this man was up to. I don't know why I just looked at the camera like that. It's kind of creepy.
Look, this life may take me to nowhere, that's the risk that I pick. But let's be honest, there's no way that happens unless I get stomped out by Go. Like what's about to happen with them? They don't need to join the mob for them to witness a hit. Just listen to this, don't know it's about to happen again. I live to put y'all on blast like Kendrick did to the 6. But let me not intervene, that beef should stay between them. My team was holding me down, I'm free as I've ever been.
Okay, I like this. Let me go back real quick. Hold up. He came in crazy right from the beginning.
Look, this life may take me to nowhere, that's the risk that I pick. But let's be honest, there's no way that happens unless I get stomped out by Go. Like what's about to happen with them? They don't need to join the mob for them to witness a hit. Just listen to this, don't know it's about to happen again. I live to put y'all on blast like Kendrick did to the 6. But let me not intervene, that beef should stay between them. My team was holding me down, I'm free as I've ever been. Let's get into it, give y'all some explanation what's been happening. Look, I was 16, kid living with big dreams. Only one controlling things, wasn't playing a split screen. Call my buzz spitting quick fire like a switch beam. Found it isn't many, some part of the bigger machine.
And you got to remember this. This man started to blow up at 16, right? I think that's the age he was when he did the Panda remix. And everybody started to click on, sub, all that kind of shit. Like, I couldn't imagine being 16 and suddenly getting that kind of attention. Like, I think back to when I was 16, bro, I would have ruined it. I was not in a good position to make decisions and know what I'm doing next. And so, like, I have so much respect for people that get in those positions and do anything with it at all. So the fact that he was able to build up his own brand, get to the point where he signed to a label, so on and so forth, I give him so much respect for that. Even if he doesn't feel like the label signing in the long run, and in hindsight, I should say, was the right move for him, I still commend him for even being able to get himself to that point. That shit is impressive in itself.
See more than me and they was in it for a long time. Said they saw my vision.
Let me go back a little bit. I don't want to miss nothing.
Only one controlling things, wasn't playing a split screen. Call my buzz spitting quick fire like a switch beam. Found it isn't many, some part of the bigger machine. See more than me and they was in it for a long time. Said they saw my vision, wanna help me to reach more eyes. Start getting busy, trying to turn me to a star. I still was killing shit in the room that started this all on. Pretty stern to keep the music shit coming. They wanted me to slow up, cause by then I've been flooded. All they feeds on YouTube, but the industry didn't love it. Cause YouTube rap was just corny, I always felt I'm above it. But then the whole game was changing, my heart told me I should run it. But
damn, bro, I feel like he just dissed all of us. I mean, listen, I was rapping before YouTube. So, you know, but I considered myself YouTube rapper just because that was where I got more attention. And then I was a part of the YouTube cypher as well. But we actually just had this debate, like, not really, but just a little bit on my Discord. We talked about it, like, what qualifies you as a YouTube rapper? And I guess I just looked at it like, when you think of the SoundCloud era and SoundCloud rappers, those that blew up off of uploading to SoundCloud that didn't have any following really before that, people considered them SoundCloud rappers because SoundCloud was the platform that they took off on. And so technically, I feel like you can put AK in that same bracket with YouTube, but clearly he doesn't want to be in that bracket. And he's like, you know, I felt like I was above that. I thought it was corny, but I get what he means as far as like that community aspect, because he never really was a part of it. We would react to his music and a lot of us would make music together and stuff. And AK kind of just did his own thing. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that that's dope. But I feel like based on the fact that YouTube is what really blew him up, is where he got his following, I feel like you would label him a YouTube rapper. Now, it doesn't mean that he can't go above and beyond that. It doesn't mean he's in the same bracket as everybody else that's on YouTube that has gained attention from rapping on here. But I feel like you look more so at the platform that blew them up. Now, nowadays, it's tough because every mainstream artist uses YouTube. That's like the go-to for your music videos. But I feel the same still. Like, if you go on YouTube and you have no following at all, and you happen to click in a certain niche on YouTube and go crazy, like, technically your upbringing was as a YouTube rapper, right? But then you can bring it to new heights. But I don't think it was corny though. Come on, man. Now I'm just, obviously he's not throwing shots at us. I'm just having some fun with this, but I get it. I get what he's saying because there's some people that are amongst the community that feel like the whole term YouTube rapper is corny. And at one point I kind of felt that way, but then I just embraced it because I'm like, you know what? I'm not embarrassed by this. I think YouTube is an amazing platform. I think it's changed so many people's lives, and it's given me an opportunity that I never would have had before. And so I'm so okay with calling myself a YouTube rapper. And I also look at the fact that like KSI, who's done crazy amounts of things, he also put out a tweet one time a couple of years back that I might still have saved somewhere in one of my folders because I thought it was inspirational, that he said, don't ever forget where you came from. Like, YouTube is what created me. YouTube and making videos with friends and my brother and stuff like that, like that's the reason all of you guys know who I am. It doesn't matter that I've boxed. It doesn't matter that I've put music out, that I've done tours. Like, none of that stuff matters. What matters is that YouTube is my base. I will always be a YouTuber above all. And I was like, yo, I respect that so much. I like that mentality. Because you don't want to forget what it was that actually brought you to the dance. You know what I'm saying?
Because YouTube rap was just corny. I always felt I'm above it, but then the whole game was changing. My heart told me I should run it, but those and who was around me is like, whoa, hold up, easy does it. You want to throw this away and make millions? And I said, fuck it, let's go your way. I was young and the history is what I trusted.
Okay, so I probably misspoke. I might have spoke a little bit too soon because I think when you listen to the rest of what he says he thought it was corny, but then the whole game started to change. And I think he's alluding to the fact that YouTube started to become the powerhouse that it was, and people looked to YouTube for what's dope and who's going to be next up, and what, like, it became the platform for a little while. But then he's telling us that the label and the other industry execs were like, yo, slow up. And so kind of giving us the idea of what happened, like from him getting the remix that went crazy to him signing to what kind of advice they told him and why he moved in the way that he did.
Been flooded, all they feeds on YouTube, but the industry didn't love it, cause YouTube rap was just corny. I always felt I'm above it, but then the whole game was changing. My heart told me I should run it, but those and who was around me is like, whoa, hold up, easy does it.
See, I like that. He said, and then I thought I should run it. So for a moment, he felt like, you know what? I'm gonna embrace this YouTube rapper thing. Let me be the lead. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to show everybody that I can do this shit. Like, we all in this. I like that. So I respect that. So I kind of spoke a little bit too soon because I ain't let him finish. It's just initially he felt that way. But then they told him, yo, slow it down. We're not going to do it like that.
You want to throw this away and make millions? And I said, fuck it, let's go your way. I was young and the history is what I trusted. Hindsight always 2020. I did what I thought was best, but my gut disagreed. Fast forward, views lower and my self-esteem plummet. Tripping cause comments say I'm being something I wasn't, and inside I knew the truth of everything going on. Had no way to explain it, and I just kept moving strong. But there's always gonna be one thing about me. I'ma keep it real with you and those who are around me. Said I never do this, but honestly I'm so proud we never ever stop. Now I'm free from those who would doubt me. It's crazy that we even made it this far. The days I was pacing with the racing thought of me contemplating taking this all and trading it away, cause I hated waking up. The creative in me has awakened. About time life was baiting me to just take it outright, and I'd pay to never go back down to my last dime. Dark times we leave behind, but it made me, that's life, and I'm back.
Yo, I didn't mean to cut him off right there, but I didn't want to get too far ahead because I really like the way that he opened up this part of the verse. Because I personally could feel that, and I was not at the level that AK was at, but initially when my channel started to go crazy, I was getting, it didn't matter what I could upload almost any reaction, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, insane views, and I was only at like 30,000 subscribers. But by the time I hit 100,000, because I slowed down around like maybe 60, 70, 80,000, and it's because I started to become very picky. Instead of doing what I was doing in the beginning, which is just take the advice of every person in my requests, all the comments, trying to find different stuff, reacting to shit every single day, I started to get really picky and say, ooh, well, these videos do better than those videos, so I'm only going to do these. So I'm only going to do this. So I would go like days, if not a week, without uploading anything, because in my mind, I'm like, nope, I'm going to wait for the video that's going to make sense. But in all reality, that kind of set my channel back. And it's almost like how he's saying with his music, I was flooding them with remixes, all sorts of shit. They told me to slow it down. We're going to focus on doing it this way and doing this type of music. And we're going to make you a star. You're going to make millions, right? And so he slowed it down, did all of that, but he lost that audience because they weren't getting any content anymore. You know what I'm saying? And he started to make music a little bit differently, focus more on the singing than the rapping, which he could sing amazingly. And I feel like he should always incorporate that. But like the remixes and all that shit, like the rapping in his room, like that's the shit that really brought him to the dance. And he slowed on that. No different than I slowed on making videos. So even though I wasn't as big as him where he's getting millions of views on a video, I still understand it because I went from 10,000, 15, 20,000 views on reactions on a 30, 40, 50,000 subscriber channel to now I've rebuilt this new channel and we're almost at 50,000, but I'm uploading videos like in this last week. I've been stressed like crazy this last couple months, especially because it's gone downhill. Like this last week, I think every video I've done hasn't even hit 1,000 views. And so it's like, I mean, I'm not going to give up on it because I love doing this shit and I feel like I will figure out a way. And I also have other channels as well. And the commentary channel, which was my main channel, is doing pretty good, but now it's also started to slow down where a lot of videos are hitting only a couple hundred views and stuff. And so the emotions and roller coaster, like it's like, I can't even get my words out. It's like an emotional roller coaster. And I know he knows what that's like. He probably knows even more so than me because again, being on top of the world, getting millions and millions of views and feeling like, yo, I'm taking it over. The game is mine. Like I've got it figured out. This is it. And now he uploads songs and they might get a couple thousand, 10,000, 20,000 versus the millions it was getting. That shit's tough. Like he's still doing good and he's able to make money. Whereas my shit went to the point where the money is not really being made, right? But every so often I hit a good video. Like I just did a video about Vitaly going to the Philippines and getting arrested. It's at like 80,000 views, right? But the other videos I've uploaded recently, 200, 300, 500, a couple went over 1,000, but it's like not the same, like at all. It's just not the same. And that stress is real, man. Like trying to figure out how to adapt with the algorithm, how to adapt with what people want now. And once you've lost that, you know, I wouldn't say the core audience, but you've lost a lot of your audience, it's not easy to get them people back, right? But thankfully you do have that core that still rocks with you. And I feel like I still have a core that rocks with me and I'm just going to embrace them and enjoy it and appreciate it and build off of that and find different ways of trying to get myself back in that algorithm, get myself back to where people want to click on my videos and want to watch my shit. And I feel like music reactions, they may never be the way that they were initially when I was first doing the music reactions, but I do feel like I can get the commentary channel going, potentially get my anime reaction channel going. My live streams we're doing almost every single night. It's not been an incredible growth because we've been doing it about a year now, but it went from like a couple people watching me, 1, 2, maybe 3 people to now anywhere from 8 to 20 people, depending on what game I'm playing, what night it is, you know, different stuff like that. And I just feel like, hey, it's not big growth, but I'll take it because in reality, it's more than double what I was getting in the beginning of starting this path of staying with the live streams. And so I'm just going to keep doing it and keep trying different things and try collaborations and you know what I'm saying? And so I feel him. I apologize. I didn't mean to go on a long rant like that, but this shit hits home. Like this shit, I genuinely feel him on all this.
And who was around me? He's like, whoa, hold up, easy does it. You want to throw this away and make millions? And I said, fuck it, let's go your way. I was young and the history's what I trusted. Hindsight always 2020. I did what I thought was best, but my gut disagreed.
I feel that.
Fast forward, views lower and my self-esteem plummet. Tripping cause comments say I'm being something I wasn't. And inside I knew the truth of everything going on. Had no way to explain it and I just kept moving strong. But there's always gonna be one thing about me. I'ma keep it real with you and those who around me. Said I never do this, but honestly I'm so proud we never ever stop. Now I'm free from those who would doubt me. It's crazy that we even made it this far. The days I was pacing with the racing thought of me contemplating taking this all and trading it away cause I hated waking up. The creative in me has awakened. About time life was baiting me to just take it outright. And I'd pay to never go back down to my last dime. Dark times we leave behind, but it made me, that's life. And I'm back, bitch, on offense, ready to attack this. My hat tip to every last one who ain't turn their back on me back then. Feel more myself than I ever have been. Prep for the takeover and tell them we bout to lap them. Not a chance, bro. Not even a little bit.
I like that.
The reason they is not like us is they never would make it here if they were knocked like us. The game brutal, that's the truth, it's only God I trust. And I keep my faith in my work and it provides my luck. They love to hate me, contradiction, how they roll.
I like how he says that I keep my faith in my work and that provides my luck. And I feel like that in a few different ways. Like the faith, don't get me wrong, I feel like it's good to have that, to have something you believe in and stuff. But also the faith in your work to like, yo, I'm going to keep working hard. I'm going to keep doing like I have faith in my work ethic and that's where I get my luck. And I fully agree with that because I feel like as much as luck is luck, you're not going to get lucky doing nothing, right? You have to put yourself in a position for luck to actually have a chance to affect you. You can't just be sitting at home every day watching TV and be like, yo, one day all of a sudden I'm going to be a star or one day I'm going to be a YouTuber and make mad money or one day I'm going to do, you can't just, it doesn't just happen like that, right? You have to be working and busting your ass and putting content out there and trying your best and being consistent for that luck to come along and suddenly hit you because you're in a position for it to happen. So you always got to keep that in mind. You got to do something to be able to find that outlet that a lot of people get to, and it's luck. Like there's always a piece of luck, right? Whether you're Kai Cenat, whether you're Speed, whether you're AK when he was blowing up, whether you're No Life Shaq, whether like any of these people out there that you know of from YouTube or whatever the case, anybody, big artists, celebrities, actors, if they aren't out there putting the work in, they wouldn't be where they are, right? And some of that is luck, right? There's amazing rappers nobody knows. There's amazing actors that don't get a lot of jobs. There's amazing YouTubers that never grow on YouTube. Like it's like there is a piece of luck that happens, but until you put yourself in position to actually receive that luck and you work hard and you learn and you do everything that you can, that luck can never possibly find you.
Says they never would make it here if they were knocked like us. The game brutal, that's the truth, it's only God I trust. And I keep my faith in my work and it provides my luck. They love to hate me, contradiction how they roll. Love or hate me, I stay addicted to my goals. It's a lame thing, I see them playing victim cause they soul end up emptier than heaven if the devil took control. I really think I could be more honest, but let me chill. We on a roll and we got more dropping. Not always 100, but hated this life and I'm here for the trip. I know this life really give me a purpose, so I just keep working. I'm sticking with it. I feel them latching on, I slap them off. I'm laughing in their face. Bunch of actors, all they actually want's a piece for them to take. I keep on going, there is no stopping. The fire under me like a pot on the stove top. And I really think I could be more honest, but let me chill. We on a roll and like I said, we got more dropping.
That was dope. And you know what? I got to throw myself under the bus really quick because AK was a part of my bad decision making. And I don't mean like he was responsible for it. What I mean by that is during that period of time when I started to make decisions on what I was going to react to, what I wasn't. And honestly, up until this day, I still kind of do it. And I'm trying not to do that anymore, which is part of why I wanted to dive into this because I used to do AK all the time, right? But everything I reacted to got mad numbers. And then because his numbers and viewership has fallen off, the reactions don't get as many views, but I enjoy reacting to AK. Like I enjoy listening, talking about what he's talking about, you know, like supporting whatever, however you want to look at it. But I kind of went away from that. The same as I've went away from some other artists that I enjoyed, like Mercules, like Chris Webby. Although we still kind of did some Webby. We've done some Webby though recently, but it's because I'm starting to get back into the shit where I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to react to the shit that I like. It's not just about what does views. Now, do I want to find stuff that also gets views? Of course, because I feel like that's smart for the channel. It's not smart to just go out of your way and only do stuff that's never going to get views. But I try to find stuff where it's like, I like it, but it also has view potential. But at the same time, I feel like there's certain things that I really enjoyed and what made me have a lot of fun with these music reactions. And that was a lot of the people that I met along the way, as far as like that were amongst the community to an extent, or, you know, were reachable to the point where they watched the reactions and maybe commented on a video, like an AK, like a Mercules, like a Chris Webby. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these different guys that were around and we all kind of were reacting to them and they were engaging with us and happy that we were doing the reactions and all. Like I enjoyed that so much. That was my favorite time doing reactions on YouTube. And I feel like I let myself get away from that because as soon as some of their videos didn't do a lot of views, I was like, ooh, I rock with them. I'll check out the music, but let me just wait and react to other stuff. And so it's like, I'm still trying to find a balance, but honestly, with the music reactions, at this point, I mean, I'm just going to react to the shit that I like as much as I possibly can. I'm down to dive into some new stuff and try it out. And if I don't like it, or I just, you know, it's not I'm just not vibing with it like that. Cause I can still like stuff, but not like be super into the reactions all the time, then I'm just not going to do it anymore. So I'll probably hop into some AK reactions going forward. We'll probably start doing some of Mercules stuff. I know that he's got an album dropping. We might do a live stream and check that out. And I will try to connect it to this channel so that way the live stream VOD will stay up. Same with if AK drops something like a project or some shit, we'll probably just react to it during a live stream. I tend to be live on Twitch, twitch.tv/DuaneTV. That is my main place of being live, but I've learned that I could do the restream stuff now, so I connect it to YouTube, and I'll either stream on my gaming channel and put the games there so the VODs will stay live for anyone that wants to watch them. For music album-related stuff, I'll connect it to this channel so you guys can come and stop in the live or watch the VOD after the fact if you can't make it. Like, I'm starting to try some different things out. So shout out to AK, because I'm going to be real with you. Today was a rough day, and I needed this. I needed to hear about how somebody else who was way further up than me had a falling off to an extent, right? Where things just didn't go the way that they had started and things really slowed down, but how he's addressing it and how he's saying like, you know, I'm not going to stop though. I'm going to stay creative. I'm free now. Like I've got to think of it that way, right? Like he's looking at the positive side of it and staying on point and staying consistent and working his ass off. And I'm like, yo, I just feel like I needed to see that from somebody. So I apologize because this was a really long reaction, longer than I had anticipated it to be. So I'm sure some people aren't going to enjoy it. Some people just want us to nod, laugh, smile, and say dope and not really elaborate. But I'd like to talk with you guys. That's the whole reason why I do this. And I'm going to do it the way that I feel makes me happy, right? And so I'm a yapper, okay? Appreciate you guys. Let me know what you think down below. Take it easy. Stay safe. I will catch you in the next one, homie.